Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. I'm Alex Dingman.
I'm Jeff Doss, and happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Let's do this and let's go. How you doing, Alex?
I'm good. I'm having a happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm not drinking a green beer. I'm having a green ginger ale. That's good.
Oh, okay.
I'm all right with that.
I never did the green beer thing. I always did the Irish beer, but yeah.
Yeah. What's your Irish beer?
Normally, Guinness.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
We're struggling a little bit with the
maybe
Alex.
A Smittix. Am I choppy?
Oh, yeah, Smithwick's. Yep. Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
We'll figure it out on the way. You were doing better as you kept talking. So
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Man, yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's got the green on. I got my green Grand Slam shirt. I did this just for St. Patrick's Day, so it was great. But did you have a good weekend, my friend?
I did.
Oh, he is froze. All right, there you go.
Again? Am I doing this again? All right, we'll rectify it. If it's so bad, I'll have to come out and Jeff will have to save me. But, no, it was good. Basically, I just tried to come up with things for the kids to do. I don't really work a lot on the weekends anymore, so it's lots of fun. Lots of head time, but that's what it is. How about you, man?
Okay. I went about 2 hours down the road to Greensboro, North Carolina. My girlfriend and I just wanted to get away, and we were like, all right, let's just go somewhere that's not far, but just for no reason, just go there and just do something different, you know? And sometimes you just need to get away, especially when, you know, all of this, you know? And we live in such a small town. Everybody knows everybody. And it's just sometimes it's good to go somewhere you know you're not going to run into someone that you know. So that's nice for sometimes, you know? So that was fun. Went down there and enjoyed that. And just been grinding and working hard this week. Seeing lots of new people coming in the dojo and lots of new people training and working hard. So
I got some things for you this week, Jeff. I'm excited about
all right.
But I figured before we get into that, we should do our competitors of the week.
Okay.
And since it's St. Patrick's Day,
yes.
I figure, why not have a competitor? Why not have an Irish competitor? Maybe one of the best competitors in sport karate in all of Ireland in its history, Robbie McMenamy. Now, yes. Robbie McMenamy, if you haven't competed in the last 4 years, you might not have seen him compete, but you definitely know who this guy is. So Robbie McMenamy is probably the most decorated.
Let's fill in the blanks, guys. And start over. There, Alex. Competitor. Sorry, I gotta make fun of you. This is great. What was that? Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Not so much for me. I'm not loving it. Knock it off. If you guys are watching live, I'm struggling here. You guys can at least giggle at it. I'll never forget, Gregorio DeLeo one time put out an article as basically an argument as to why Robbie McMenamy is the best fighter in the world. And he broke it down piece by piece. And if you watched him fight and you'd never seen him fight before, you'd say, well, this guy is doing everything wrong. Robbie McMenamy fights flat foot, completely flat, right? He doesn't bounce. He's flat. And Gregorio DeLeo went in and is not why this is so good, because he doesn't give anything up to his opponent. Now, he also has the ability to do that because if you've ever seen him, Robbie McMenamy's forearms might be like as big as like a skinny guy's quads, right? So that's why he has the ability to do different things like that. So he can stop someone out in front. He's won multiple world titles.
Okay. Multiple, I'm pretty sure you're saying WACO world titles.
Yeah. That's the you.
Okay.
Yes.
Guys, yeah, this is going to be our show today. So fill in the blanks. Make this awesome. What's up, Chris?
Don't play with me. Because I got a good one for you. Man. All right, who's your competitor?
All right.
My friend?
Yeah, so this is Robbie McMenamy. All right, awesome. Yeah, he's a monster, man. I've always loved watching videos of him. I know that they did, it was a while ago now, but they did a set fight over there with him and Jason Borelli, which was a cool thing, the way they set that up and just the stories that they told and everything to get those two guys against each other. Yes, Mike, Mark McDermott is another great Irish fighter.
Mark is probably the best at blocking anybody's ever seen, which is a very obscure thing to be the number one at.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to go another way with this, all right? And this kind of just hit me. So, all right, so it is St. Patrick's Day, Ireland. So my competitor of the week is Lee Ireland. All right, so Lee Ireland,
See what you're doing there.
when I was growing up, was one of the top senior fighters, executive fighters in the world in the early 90s. Yes, he's been around for a long time, but a great, always was winning. Was part of Team Metro, and he went against several of my instructors that were competing at that level as well, the senior level and the 45-plus level, and so was a great competitor. And then moved on to, of course, he always had his tournament. Man, why did it just hit me?
Twin Towers.
Twin Towers, yeah. Twin Towers, which was for a long time like a AA national tournament, and then eventually joined the World Tour. But and I think we talked about this before, one of the things that he really did was when he put out Executive Edge and he really started pushing the senior fighters and the team fighting and everything, it was really cool to see. And I think so many people still appreciate what he did for just the people that wanted to compete and then compete at a high level and feel like they had something to go after,
He got a lot of seniors back into competition.
He did, big time. And it was really just exciting to see. At first I was like, all right, let's see where this is going to go. How's this going to work? A lot of us were kind of skeptical. And guess what? The biggest thing he did was, again, like you said, he brought people back. He put a he put a shine on those competitors. Some of them who are stars of the past, some that ended up being stars of the future because, you know what, they got some shine, some highlight during that time. So Lee Ireland is my competitor of the week. So there we go. Different way to throw it out there. All right, what you got for me, Alex?
So I'm not very good at picking who's going to win what major event, I don't know, the Super Bowl.
No, not at all. Wow, that's an ugly image to look at right now.
All right.
Yeah, we're not good. You're not good at picking things.
Here's what we're gonna do, Jeff. You're gonna pick up on a little. We're gonna do a little pro point recap. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna come back in, and I'll pick up where you leave off.
All right. I don't have much, but all right.
All right. I'll be back quick.
All right. So we're just gonna talk about a little bit of the pro point. CTE did a great breakdown of it, so we don't need to really do that. We're just going to talk about other things. And so, again, the first thing that most people talked about, congrats to Ryan George. Great job. Congratulations to you. And, someone who I've always been a big supporter of and love watching, and is just a great person. So love seeing him get, that win. The next thing, though, was that a lot of people were talking about was Jackson, man. And Jackson, great job, my friend. We had a great time commentating together. What was really cool about this and what makes Jackson stand out and made him a great asset to his team was that he knew something about all the competitors. And so right now, especially when we are trying to we're bringing it. We're trying to, with Pro Point and even with virtual fight, with anything like this, we're trying to get people that maybe don't watch this normally know why we should be watching these people, right? Why this person is good, why we should care about this person, right? So he gives a lot of background, which is very important.
He's a student of the game.
Yeah, he's a student of the game. He gives the background, and he says it in a way that he's excited about it, so it makes me watching it excited about it. So that's really important. Again, I'll go – you always throw the basketball stuff out. I'll throw the pro wrestling stuff out. Back in the mid-'90s, WCW brought in all of these Mexican wrestlers to make it's called Lucha Libre. And he brought that in there, WCW did, Eric Bischoff did, so that way, because it was fast-paced, it was something different. The American audience hadn't seen it before. So he had a guy named Mike Tenay be the commentator during that time to give background on what was going on, so people knew why this person was really good, his background story, things like that. And Jackson was really good at that. Just many of the clips I saw and the fights that I was able to watch, he really just explained how Brandon has been probably the most active fighter going on right now, and why, and his style, and what you should look for. And it was really just exciting. So I think that's a valuable thing. And to me, more than anything, that's what he really added to the program and just the excitement. So awesome job, Jackson. And I hope you guys, just write down what are your favorite things that you enjoyed about it. And we're going to get into our next thing after this. But again, great job, great fights. Congrats, Ryan George. Congrats to all the fighters. Love watching Brandon, man. That guy has become one of my favorite fighters right now. And Brandon Bellew, awesome job, man. All right, Alex, you ready? Man, I'm sorry, guys. This is going to be an interesting episode. Someone's got some bad.
It might be choppy.
All right, go.
Unfortunately, that person is me. So, am I going to have to forgive me? Let's pick it up here.
All right, we hear you.
So, with the let's do this. There we go. I'm fixing it here. Okay, so this time of year, it's March Madness.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm no good at ever picking a team to go like my Final Four teams. I'm horrible at that. But you know what I'm not bad at, Jeff? I'm not bad at sport karate.
What? Okay.
So I thought, why not make a sport karate madness tournament?
Yes. Uh-oh. Do you have a chart?
Now, I have it all, man. But so I'm not doing 64. I'm not doing 64 things, right? That's not happening. Okay. And let's cut that in half, 32. Well, I'm not that good either. So I'll do 16. Okay. So here's what I got. I've got 16 things, not people, things of sport karate that we can really talk about. Like, all right, I got some number one seeds and let's go with it. So here's an example. Something in sport karate, spin kicking someone in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Number one seed, my friend. Number one seed.
Okay,
right?
okay. I see what you're doing.
You follow me so far? Here's a one.
Yeah. I don't have this chart, guys, so I can't really read off what he told what's going on.
You guys are going to have to listen in here. Here's what we have. And I'm going to go with it. We have 16 sport karate things, and we're going to go through which ones would win. We have spin kicking someone in the face. It's going up against wearing ring stars. Take a guess what I feel about.
So last seed, number one seed. Okay. I like it. You guys in the comments put which one you think would win. Spinning kick someone in the face or wearing ring stars. Let's go. All right. Let's hear what this next one is. You may have to comment it in the comments, right in the comments there, Alex, because I am not hearing you, buddy.
his opponent. Now, he also has the ability to do that.
All right. So, guys, I apologize about this. But so Alex has set up a 16 bracket. Are we there, buddy? Nope. A 16, I guess just a bracket of 16 things. All right. So he has spin kick as the number 1 seed versus wearing ring stars. So which of these do you feel like would win, has the best opportunity to win?
I'm here.
All right. You're here? Are you here, my friend? Oh, man.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
All right. Well, let's start talking.
Is going to be hearing the echo of the gym. You know, when you walk in, you hear the gym. That goes against hotel lobby hangouts.
Okay, so the echo of a gym versus hotel lobby hangouts. Okay,
right.
I put hotel lobby hangouts.
All right, that's interesting because I didn't quite know. I didn't know where it's going to go. Okay.
I don't like the echo of a gym. No.
But see, some people do. Sometimes I go in there and you just walk in and you hear the echo of the gym and you're like, yeah, I'm back in the crowd tournament again.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. All right. So spin kicking someone in the face wins. Hotel lobby hangouts wins. Okay, how about this? Winning forms overalls versus always having to eat pizza on Saturday night. Because it's 1 a.m. and there's nothing else.
How's that even on the same thing?
Hey, there's some layups here. We got a number 1 seed. All right.
Okay.
Obviously, winning forms overall is a number 1 seed, my friend. Hang on.
All right. Okay? All right. Yeah, forms overall. So $1,000 is better than eating a cold pizza.
That's what I'm saying. All right, moving on. This one's hard. This is legitimately hard. And we're going to need fans for this one. Dropping someone with a body shot.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. Versus beating someone by a 10-point spread.
I think, man, that's a good one. I would, because you don't necessarily win the fight if you drop someone by a shot. But I tell you what, if you're losing and you still drop someone by a shot, it makes you feel a little bit better. But 10-point spread, it gets you out of it. If you get it done within a good amount of time, it gets you out of there faster and ready to chill a little bit, right? So what do you guys think? 10-point spread or dropping someone with a body shot? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Depending on the league, the body shot could get you DQ'd. Sometimes. Take the 10-point spread. Yeah, I was thinking take the 10-point spread. That's what I would say. But you may have to do more work. Who knows?
But you think about it. I've won by some 10-point spreads. I can't even remember the match.
Okay. Well, yeah, because it wasn't very memorable, but
you drop someone with the body. That's fun, man.
Jackson thinks assuming dropping them means knocking them out. He's not saying
no,
that. Just the win. Just the win. Guys, I hope you're enjoying Alex's face freezes like I am. They're hilarious. Look at this. What do we call this face here? We need to start naming these faces of Alex.
Yeah. Dude, trust me, I'm frustrated too. All right, moving on. Number 1 seed, winning team fights
versus what? Oh, man. The anticipation's killing me. Versus what? Say it again. Oh, man. So we got
just
go. Say it again. I'm hearing words now. You can do this. We believe in you.
versus getting kicked in the nuts. So
All right.
getting kicked in the nuts. That's what we got.
All right. So winning team fights or getting kicked in the nuts. All right. I'd say winning team fights. So yeah, no one wants to get kicked in the nuts.
Yep. All right. Moving on. Breaking your weapon while performing.
Okay.
Okay. Kind of cool. Landing one trick that you've never landed in practice
before. All right. So I would say definitely landing one trick. Because in NASCAR, if you break your weapon, you get disqualified. So, but even though I think it's cool. Did you hear me, Travis? So is landing a trick you never landed before? Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I say that one over breaking your weapon because you get DQ'd if you break a weapon in NASCAR. So.
Okay. Getting a perfect 10. Okay. Perfect 10. Or wearing one t-shirt and that one hoodie for the whole weekend because that's what your team says you have to wear.
All right. Some of these are so imbalanced. Yeah, 10. Yes, agreed. Breaking your weapon sucks. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going with the 10.
All right.
I'm going with the 10.
Go with
all
getting
right,
a perfect 10.
On to the next one.
Winning a world title. Winning a world title versus karate tournament feet. And karate tournament feet are some of the worst.
Okay, so world title. Karate tournament feet are the worst. Big time.
They are.
Dojo feet are even worse than that. I don't
know, man. I actually think karate tournament feet might be worse.
Depends. If you're one of the, well, okay, I'm not going to say that because I do that sometimes too. I've done that before, just walking all over the place barefooted. But normally I always wear shoes.
Yeah, the worst is when you're going to the bathroom and you're like, "Why? What are we doing in here?" You look around, you're like,
And half the people
out of here
are barefooted. Yeah.
And you want to walk? I'd rather walk on the walls.
And that's why I hate ring stars because people would walk around in those shoes all day long, and then go in the bathroom with them, and then go and then want to kick you in the face with those same ring stars. Right? That's terrible.
Yo, ask. Raymond Daniels has got the funniest story about ring stars ever. I'm gonna tell it right here. So, funniest thing ever.
Hopefully we can hear it.
Hugh Smith said, "No, you guys got to be focused. Friday night in the U.S. Open.
Okay.
You guys are not going there getting ready." Hugh takes their shoes so they can't go out that night. Right? So Ray's like, forget that. We got ring stars. Went to the club wearing ring stars. And went and fought with them the next day.
Wow.
Nasty ass stuff.
That's nasty.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Jason used to go out to the club in his rec suit pants all the time. Oh, man.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah, dude. Always. Oh, man. That's funny.
All right. Well, let's go.
All right. Next round.
Spin kicking someone in the face versus hotel lobby hangouts.
Man. Because now we're getting into like the cool factor with like the bonds that we share. You know what I mean? The reason why we really love doing this, right?
Right.
But again, spin kick someone in your face, especially now, it'll get you a lot of Instagram hits and it'll get you go viral. So let's go spin kick to someone in the face. You're going to go viral,
awesome.
man.
In the end, it's an individual sport. Spin kick, move on.
Right.
Okay.
All right, Alex, sorry.
All right. Winning forms overalls, 10-point spread.
Say it again. Overall grands versus what?
Winning forms overalls or a 10-point spread.
Forms overalls, I would say. But that's me, of course. But
I'd have to go with that too.
yeah.
Go with that. All right. That wins.
Next one.
All right. Winning team fights or landing that one impossible trick that you've never done in
Team
competition.
fights. I'd say team fights for me.
I'm going to go team fights too.
Yep. Hey, and speaking of team fights, while we a little break, we are sponsored by the Virtual Fight Tour, and they have a team fight that's going to be awesome on your next one. So get ready for that, guys. That is March 27th. We're going to see Team Next Level versus All Stars, and that's going to be an awesome, just teen to adult two-person team fight. So get ready for that, guys. Make sure you guys are ready to see that. Get your tickets now. Go to myeventtex.com.
I'm picking Next Level in that.
Yeah.
I'm picking Next Level in that, but I kind of hope I hope the All Stars show me something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree.
I kind of want to be wrong just to see something different, but I'm like,
So
I can't see Next Level.
Yeah, my biggest thing is Tyson. Tyson really is the biggest thing on that for me. It's why, but so, all right, next round. Thanks for joining in, Drew and Jackson. What we got, Alex Frozen Dingman. Alex the Freeze Dingman. Mr. Freeze over here today. What other nicknames can we come up with Alex for him today, guys?
Winning a world title.
Okay.
Got me back?
Yep. Win a world title?
Winning a world title versus getting a perfect 10.
Ooh. Well, sometimes you got to get a perfect 10 to get a world title, so I'd say win a world title. Yeah.
See, I go the other way around. I say, damn, dude, if you're getting a perfect 10, the only time they're handing out a perfect 10 is if it is the end and you are dang the winner.
Oh, so right. Okay. You're right. All right, let's do that. Move on.
All right. So now
say it again. Spit it out.
We're really getting
a 10 is rare than a world title. Sometimes I've been in tournaments
versus spin. I agree with Jackson. I agree with that.
Listen, let me tell you this story. My first tournament, my first national tournament on stage, okay, the Compete Nationals, 1994. I'm 10 years old. First time I ever get on stage. I'm in the grands in a ring. Okay, that's already crazy as it is. I get 2 10s. All right, there's 7 judges. I get 2 10s. All right, they gave at least 10 10s in that just division alone. There was 14 of us in the grand. They gave more than that because almost everyone got, not almost 5 of the competitors at least got some type of 10. Okay, so I've seen 10 thrown out crazy. All right, and I know judges that think that, we have to give him a 10. He's really good, so we have to give him a 10. So I've seen it the other way. Now, over the past few years, since the whole system has, that's changed a little bit more. So, but when I was coming up, people would be throwing out 10s, man. Jason Borelli got 3 years in a row. He got perfect 10s for his form. So he got, what was that? I think they had 5 judges then. So he had 70. So he got 70 times 3. So it's crazy.
I can't believe it.
But yes, I know legit 10s are hard to come by. But all right, next one.
All right. Winning forms overalls versus spin kicking someone in the face.
That's kind of it's a tough one. I think we may have different. I've done both, but I guess for me, winning overall was more important to me than spin kicks. It was really awesome, but
I think I'm going to go with that. You
Yeah.
probably thought I was going to go spin kick. Now I'm going to go winning forms overalls.
Yeah.
All right. So winning forms overalls moves on. Okay.
And sometimes spin kick someone in the face may hurt you as well. I had a bruise in my heel for like 2 weeks after that. I mean, a couple of the times, so, it's not like it's just all, one-sided, but it's fun. Go ahead. I froze you. Sorry. I'm trying to add a little bit here because, I'm dealing with the zombie. Mike says,
I've never bruised my heel on a spin kick before. Never.
All right, go.
Who the heck's ever done that? All right, here we go. Now we have winning team fights versus getting a perfect 10.
That's a tough one, but I like team fights, so I'm going team fights.
I'm doing the same. So
Okay.
now,
what do you guys? Perfect 10 versus team fight. What do you think? All right, Alex. So we got team fights versus winning a forms overall, right? So, man, I think still is an individual sport, and so I think winning forms overall should outdo it. But Drew says team fighting is over forms overall, or are you still doing the last one?
I will agree with that only if it's all forms.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Drew says forms overall. Yeah. I think. And see, when I was coming up too, team fighting was only on Friday. It was not on Saturday night. Oh yeah, Alex, I agree, man. Like if we had a real overall again, that makes a whole difference. That would be great. I would love it. I think you can still have the separate ones like it is. You know what? But the problem is when they tried to do that, well, the adults would convince the promoters not to do it because they were too good to do a runoff. So, I think giving everyone the extra money, because again, I don't think it's right just to put it all together and we can save money and just give 1,000. That's it. I think that you still should have either the separate ones or go back to doing what we used to do, and you get divisional money. Because I actually like that. I like the divisional money and then the big overall, because there's a big separation in the two. But especially now, if you win multiples, you can still do all right, getting multiples and then getting the overall grand. So, but yeah. So, all right, that was fun. All right, guys, let's see. Oh, Jackson says the same. I am all for grands being combined, make those divisions as stacked as possible. Yeah, it's best for the spectators and competitors that want the challenge. I agree. You also get to see more people. Yes, back in the day when I was coming up in tournaments, they were still just starting to. Some tournaments would divide boys and girls in the junior grands, and some wouldn't. So some tournaments would just have 7 in the finals, or in the grands, and some would have 14. Now you would either do a runoff, or they would put all 14 or all 7, whatever. It just depends. But what was good about it is that people got to see different people, right? And I think that's cool. I think when you put everyone in there, it makes it a little bit different. So have a big show and make it a variety show, right? So yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go into, because I don't know what's going on with Alex, but into my thing that I wanted to talk about this week, and then we'll finish up, because we've had the weirdest show of all time. So I apologize, guys, for that.
Save us.
My thing was we talked last week. You and I had a good question about who's a martial artist that you wanted to train with, right? And it got me to thinking about.
It was fun, right?
Yeah, it's fun, but got me thinking about the other end. Who is someone, and I'm not saying like someone that's like a new competitor, because we always think, all right, what if this competitor, had, like we've talked before about Rashad. What if Rashad had someone coaching him, right? How much better he would be, right? And we've talked about that many times. Well, let's think in the other end. Let's think about someone maybe at the end of their career, or maybe even at the pinnacle of their career. And if they had someone different to coach them, right? Because sometimes when you get to that level, you're kind of coaching yourself, and always you're training yourself. So it's a little different. I was watching a documentary about the band Rush, right? And so they've been in it for like 30 years. And the drummer is known as one of the best drummers of all time. Well, at his pinnacle, like the late 80s, early 90s, he goes and gets a coach, like a real drumming coach that's like in his 70s. And then from there, instead of just being like, hey, I'm the best there is, no, he takes his level to somewhere beyond, right? And so it kind of made me think about just sport karate, like who would you like to see? Let's say Jack, right? Let's just pick Jack Felton. Who is someone you would like to put behind or coach Jack Felton daily? You know what I mean? Because he's at this point now where he's kind of doing it himself, right? Are you there?
I mean, I think Richard Plowden would be great.
That would be cool.
I think Jack's going to fight good no matter who's behind him.
Of course. But there's always more, right? So who can bring out something that's a little different?
This is going to sound strange. Dave Heffernan. So Dave Heffernan, because I told you this for the last 6-7 years, all I do is watch coaches now.
Yeah.
So Dave Heffernan and Istvan Karali are some of the smartest coaches. The problem with us with Istvan is I don't know what he's saying most of the time.
Right.
I only hear what he says to people who don't speak Hungarian. Right. So
yeah, I mean, that's crazy. That would be cool. And Dave is from where? Yes, thank you for sharing that, Drew. Yeah, Tiger Woods did the same thing at the height of his career and completely changed how he held the club. Exactly. Cool. So yeah, I mean, I would love that. Love to see that. And so. And even, all right, so we said Richard Plowden, we said different ones. What about even like coaches need coaches, right? So,
oh yeah.
So who's going to coach? Oh, he's from Ireland. Thank you, Mike. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to mess up. So, okay. And that would be a great change for him. What about Richard Plowden? Who's coaching Richard Plowden now? Coaching him to be a coach. To be a better coach, like who is there? I mean, I'm pretty sure that he still has someone like, Chuck Merriman to mentor him, to talk to him, different people like that. Maybe there's other people outside the sport, right? But just an interesting thing to think about. All right, let's see. Any of the top European fighters getting an American coach in their prime would be very interesting. In a way, that's Elijah being trained by Ray. Yeah, exactly, Jackson. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. All right, what about someone like? Let's see. So we're talking about
when you said Richard Plowden, that was good. And I think the answer to that is actually reversing it. So he was Johnny Tension's coach at one point. I think Johnny gave him a lot of insight as well.
Oh, good one, Alex. I like that.
I think that's great because we're all students of the game. We never stop.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
So it's not like all of a sudden, I mean, who knows? Maybe it's Ross Levine. We never know.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
When all of a sudden you just like, if I'm coaching somebody, someone's like, my
Right. So,
Dude.
yes, Gregorio from Italy
right?
was a great
Doesn't
coach.
mean they're
Named
trying to
Emma.
duplicate anything that Gregorio's fantastic.
So what about in forms of weapons? So what about, because I know Jackson has had some great coaches. You know, he's had Lauren and he's had some other great ones. But who do you think could help him now to maybe even change his game a little bit?
That's hard. That's harder. Because
Maybe.
Jeff,
I
speak on
think,
this.
What? I think from an outsider's perspective, it's harder, right? But for me, it's not, because I still do this. I find other people to help me no matter, what. And I think the same way, right? I think Mike Bernardo. Exactly. So I think Mike Bernardo definitely would be someone to do. But I think there's Mike Bernardo. There's a lot of different people who could help. I mean, again, going even with Casey and, Go again, Alex.
What I was going to say is it's so hard because the egos are so high in forms, like extremely, right? I remember him, and I'm really good friends with Marcel Jones. And I remember he and Steve Tirada, who were like at the top of their games with each other, they were practicing for some kind of demo, could not stand one another, right? And that's just peers, right? So now coaches, they're a level above. It's really hard to do something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I respect Lauren, but training with the man who started my lineage would have been an honor. Talking about Bernard, yep, definitely. Well, and I don't think it has anything to do with disrespect or whatever to Lauren. It's just, hey, this is what's going to take me to the next level. We all have to go to the next level. So, Mike, that would be great. I think Jackson could learn from John for choreography. I think a lot of people could for choreography. I would like to work with John. I think. If I feel like for me, if I got to train more with John Chung, I think there's going to be a great just growth in my skills in kicking. No matter what people think, I think there's going to be that. It's not always going to be something that maybe you're bad at, but how can you take what you're really good at to even a further level than you even thought of, right? So
you got to find a way to make that happen.
Well, he's not too far. I can get up there.
I know. That's why I said that.
Yes. Oh yeah, Mike. Charlie was a great at choreography. Love watching Charlie.
Especially with the demo team.
But at the same time, Charlie wasn't really a part of that demo team. Okay, that was just his name. All right, that was Dave Moss. Really, that did a lot of that.
Very good.
But the inspiration was from Charlie. The inspiration was from Charlie. And see, Charlie, what people forget, he coached Carmichael Simon. He coached John Valera. He coached a lot of these guys when they were young. And this guy just, man, Jeff Fickerjiri, all these guys, just he had a huge impact on the sport. Yeah, man. One of my favorites. I love that guy. Here we go. All right. Top traditional guys have come to me for feedback on their forms and were egotistical. They were very receptive. Yes, I agree. And I used to love going and just talking to you about,
that's good.
Just traditional forms in general, Drew, and just where we're at and what maybe we all needed to do, and just talking about what was actually happening, for me, as a Korean stylist growing up, some of my favorite Korean forms was a guy named Ramir Mosquita, and he was one of the top guys from California. He's from the same school as Jimmy Pham, and he had a lot to do with him growing as a great martial artist. And so Ramir was a great creative and musical forms competitor, and he was one of the best Korean forms competitors there was. So definitely like to listen to him and hear his feedback on my forms. I still do that today on Facebook and stuff. So, but yeah. So Anybody else that you could think of that maybe like a top person that you would just like to see maybe switch like, or even in the past?
A really good question. I really didn't think a lot about, but I think maybe someone who would have been like better to get some training before their career was over.
Yeah.
What about Ben Stewart?
Yeah.
I think about when Ben was talking about all of his like physical ailments and things like that. Like, what if Ben had someone who he could be like, Ben, listen, and I don't know who that person is. You know what? No, I do know.
We lost him. Oh.
No. What if Jotty Tension got a hold of Ben Stewart and was like, listen, I kicked and I gave it the heck up. Let me help you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, definitely. I mean, you know, we're talking about someone who had Steve Nasty Anderson as his coach, but there's always different perspectives, right? So, I mean, even for me, it's like, hey, I had John Valera as my coach, but I still needed other people to take me to that next level as well. It wasn't just him. You know, there's so much more that we can do, and not everyone is going to be exactly like your coach. So there's always more that you can listen to, and I think those coaches that help you and put you in those
John Valera.
What was that? Oh man,
John Valera.
But what about John Valera?
Aren't you? Like, think about it. You're the opposite of him.
Yeah, in many ways. But you know why?
Yes,
because he pushed me. He pushed me to be myself and to find. And he never took away my kicks. He was like, "Yeah, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to do more jump kicks or something else." No, he pushed me. He pushed me to make my kicks stand out more in my form and make it better. And that's why I'll always respect him. Because of that. He didn't try to mimic me and make me into him or mold me into him. He helped me become, you know, myself and push me in the way I needed to.
But really wanted to be a great kicker. It was like, I can't do it. Well, Jeff's going to do it.
But he was a great kicker. See, people forget about that. As a junior, he was one of the better kickers. His kicks were so clean. I know people may not agree, but dude, they were awesome.
They were Jeff Ross. Come on now.
Okay, but Mike Pombera was saying Jim Buhisen. Yeah, Jim Buhisen was there. Was Ramirez's instructor, and Jimmy. It was USA Martial Arts in San Jose, and they were from Ernie Reyes Senior School. Yes, Joe Pena for sparring was one of the best coaches. I mean, I would love to see some people go to him, right? I mean, maybe Bailey should go over there. You know, he's in that area. That would be cool to see, right?
Really, you guys should be reaching out to Mike P.
And yeah,
that should be it right there. We gotta get Mike P back on. Yep. Mike P's coming back. I don't know how.
Thanks, Jackson. Yeah, I love that story about Valera. The best coaches are the ones who help competitors create their own style, not just creating copies of themselves. Exactly.
Word.
And yeah, I mean that's the most important thing. And I think I love seeing. You can see that in forums, but you can also see it in fighting too. You know, we get to really those coaches that just say, "Hey, I was a great kicker, so I'm going to make you a great kicker." No, you know, it's a little different.
You just can do that.
And one of the best things for me. No, I mean one of the best ones for me looking at was Nicky Carlson and Brian Plimple. Right now, again, Rick Lee had a similar style to Brian, but you had Rick Lee and Nicky Carson Lee, and they just really molded Brian into being, you know, now he did want to kick a little bit as he got later on, and he was a good kicker, but he had one of the best blitzes and best back fists there was in the game for a long time. And, you know, his style didn't look the same as Nicky's, right? And even didn't really look that much similar to Rick's. A little bit, but not too much. But,
you know what I wonder in scenarios like that? I wonder what his classmates were like.
So there were several. There were several.
A determining factor.
Yeah, he had a great bunch of people to fight with. Mike Billings was one who was a great fighter. Man, Nino. There's so many guys because I knew growing up. But and then that next group that they had, the teenagers that they had, like Nate Windsor, Nate Windsor, and Matt and Jerry, all those guys were just great. So, but yeah. All right. What was our next one? And again, guys, make sure you tune into Virtual Fight Tour, March 27th. We're going to have a lot of fun. We are sponsored by Virtual Fight Tour. I am excited to see Java versus Julio. I think that fight's going to be awesome. Really pumped up to see that. And excited for the whole card. So we have that in a couple weeks. So, but yeah. All right, Alex, anything else left that you had?
No, I'm stoked about Chance versus Anthony as well.
Oh yeah, Chance versus Anthony. What do you guys think? What we talked a lot about it last week. What do you guys think about that fight? You're picking Chance. Okay,
I'm gonna pick Chance. I think Chance is gonna get it.
You're putting me in a rough spot because I feel like
I like both those guys.
I love Anthony, but I feel like I've picked against Anthony a lot lately, and so you know what? I'm gonna go the other way. So I'm gonna go.
I pick against him both times. I'm wrong. It don't matter.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go with Anthony. So what do you guys think? Anthony versus Chance, and the team fight we talked about. Give us your picks as well. I'm excited about seeing my friend Justice Floyd fight. And what else we got on there? Oh, Java versus Julio. That's going to be an interesting one. It's hard to pick against Java in that weight class, in that age group. But
I think I'm going to go Julio.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Julio on that one.
All right. I'm going with Java.
Java's weight enough. I think Julio could do it.
He can. That's what I mean. Like he really can. It's going to be a great time. Excited to hear more about what's going on, and looking for a great show. What else you got going on, man? What else we got coming up soon? I know we got a few more tournaments coming up, and for me right now, what I've been doing this week, I've been doing something that in my school we just kind of labeled it #Grand Slam Challenge, and we've just been doing where everybody has to pick one technique they want to get better at, and so they have to do that at least 50 times. Normally, I do it 100 times though, but I want to start all my students just 50, starting low first, and I've just had them kind of film it each day and then put it on Facebook or whatever on our page. So I'm getting some other people as well to join in on that and do that with us. So I've been doing my left leg side kick. So I'm going to see how my left leg side, if I do at least 50, which I've been doing about 100 every day for at least just 7 days in a row, and just see how it's getting better, and seeing the apart. So it's been getting really cool to see how that's going. And then I've also been working on my Shuto box because everybody needs to get better at that, right? So, but we'd love to hear what techniques you guys would love to work on, and what one single technique that you want to improve on, and make it a basic technique that you feel like you can improve on and do it, So, all right.
That's all right. I'm going to say basic. I'm spinning. That's what it is.
Yeah. All right. A spinning kick can still be a basic. All right.
All right. Good.
All right, guys. So I may have to do the outro, but yes, this has been another episode of Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. I'm Jeff Doss. He is Alex Damon. Thank you guys so much and hanging in there with us. And we will see you next week. Have a blessed weekend.